who then played the Guatemalan keeper his own game by lofting it forward, realizing that Merida was well out of his area.
It's a very attacking ploy, it's an exciting ploy, but it does leave his side very vulnerable to the counter-attack.
Portugal far more patient, far more thoughtful in their approach. Here's Ivan to Gaida. Scooped over the crossbar elbow. Freddy Garcia. He was actually suspended for a World Cup qualifier outdoors for his country against Costa Rica this week. Guatemala deciding to play some of the more experienced internationals in the 11-a-side game. Many of the Brazilians started out playing outdoors, but are better suited to playing indoors. Guatemala here with some nimble players deciding to get them involved in the indoor game as well. And here's Freddy Garcia once more. Juarez. Acevedo. Rotman. Now Merida. Terrific movement already from Guatemala. And Suarez is stretching out there to get him on the end of the pass. Deflected out of Merida. Gaida getting well forward, proving to be the playmaker for Portugal. Ivan again. Determined work there by Ivan. A chance here for Guatemala to break clear, and a golden opportunity. Garcia racing through once more. What terrific pace this player has got.
He's a danger man. He scored 2 goals in a warm-up match the other night. The ball's still down there for Guatemala.
Encouraging signs for Guatemala. It's been a terrific opening. What a start to Futsal 2000. Gaida. Milto with a footing. And Milto is sliding in there to get the ball to safety. Milto, one of the more experienced players in this Portuguese side. He's aged 30. Acevedo. Merida again. Here's Rotman. Ivan stretching out to get the ball to safety once more for Portugal. Ivan needs some support. It's arriving now. Milto. And Ivan! That's a terrific save too by Milto. Real venom in the shot there from Ivan. He had a clear sight of goal, encouraging his teammates now to raise the tempo. Gaida. Well, if it wasn't too far away either. Portugal sensing perhaps that they've got to put Merida under a bit of pressure to try and ensure that he stays within his D.
They're playing exciting ground of futsal. They're quick on the counter-attack, and their defenders are offering quite a bit of support to Merida. And although he's had a couple of good saves, he obviously needs that support.
Here's Freddy Garcia. Shot was blocked by Ivan.
He takes so many risks, Merida, but he does rely on his defenders helping him out, and they've been doing that. And it's been this methodical build-up by the Portuguese, but 2 very damaging shots.
Nolito. Just nudged the ball too far there as he tried to get beyond Rotman. Don't forget that in futsal, outfield players can go into the goal areas. No throw-ins, the ball is always kicked into play. And there's certainly no restriction where the goalkeeper can go on the pitch. He can also throw the ball any distance he requires. And 5 5 fouls are committed by one team. We'll then have an acknowledgement by the referee. The 6th foul will lead to a penalty kick in effect for the opposition from the second penalty mark, 10 metres from the goal. Substitutions. We do have rolling substitutes. What can Portugal conjure up here? Pedro Costa is the player over the ball. Zito has made his move into the penalty area, and here's Zito!
That was a nice movement by Portugal. 3 possessions before the shot came in. Just wide to the right.
Duarte, the Portuguese coach. Ivan. Another good save there by Carlos Merida. Merida has made 2 very agile saves now from Ivan. Acevedo. Now Rockman. Freddy Garcia, a real buzzer around the stadium whenever he gets the ball.
For all their counter-attacks, though, there's only been one really good shot on goal by the Guatemalan side, and really it's Portugal who do look more threatening when they go forward.
Portugal with a more patient approach. Everybody in futsal skillful on the ball. That was a terrific block by Acevedo as Pedro Costa was charging in. As he pushed that ball into touch. Ivan. Pedro Costa. Ivan again. And closed down by Juarez. Andrea. Another opening for Portugal. Element of surprise in his Portuguese substitutions. They're repeatedly getting players on and taking them off. And there, Andrea just wasn't picked up. Pedro Costa. Zito. And Merida there, angry with Rolf Rockman, just ahead of him, and happy with some of the defensive cover he received. Ivan. Stepping shot over the top by Andrea. He was off balance then as he shaped to shoot left-footed.
Portugal really putting Guatemala under a great deal of pressure now. One had the feeling that in that dynamic opening stanza, the opening 3 minutes by Guatemala, they really needed to get a goal on the board early. Portugal really putting them under pressure.
Zito launching the ball upfield. Portugal with so much possession, 57% of possession. Acevedo. And he's got Garcia inside him. Acevedo. Managed to get away from Ivan, but there was a foul by Pedro Costa. The foot was up, no doubt about that. And it was the second official who made the decision. Don't forget that in futsal we have 2 referees. Acevedo over the free kick. Here's Merida. And another foul. This time it's Zezito who is penalised.
Both sides now with 2 accumulated fouls, remembering that once it gets to 5, the referee will signal any fouls over and above that. The players will go to the 10-metre penalty.
Acevedo here over the free kick. Garcia on the edge of the D. Rotman ready to charge in. That's a good save. Confident goalkeeping there by Nana. Nana determined to dominate that D. Ivan. Now Zezito. Well, that is a corner kick. Portugal's first corner. We're beyond the halfway point in the first half. And another terrific stop by Merida from Ivan. Well, Carlos Merida could turn out to be one of the characters of this tournament. Flamboyant goalkeeper getting forward wherever he can for Guatemala and saving his side already with 3 excellent saves.
Well, what a magnificent save that was. And he's so quick to his feet as well. And you need to be in the game of futsal where the game can turn so quickly. And once again, he's in the thick of things.
Merida allowed to go forward unchallenged. Disappointing effort that by Rotman. Rotman like the goalkeeper. Merida play for Futia. Zezito. Zezito, one of 3 Portuguese players who are with Sporting Club de Europe. Sporting Club, of course, one of the teams outdoors featuring in the Champions League this season, but they do have their own indoor club. Good opening there for Vitinha. Vitinha wearing the skipper's armband. Wasn't in the starting 5 for Portugal.
Wonderful passing by the Portuguese. Vitinha just coming on to the pitch for the first time.
Acevedo, they're just trying to thread the ball forward towards Guatemala, who's now come on for Guatemala. And it was Freddy Garcia who almost took the ball away from his teammate. There's an encouraging shot from De Marta. De Marta, only 20. Guatemala with one of the youngest squads in the tournament. Luis Chicas is a 17-year-old. The chant of Freddy goes up, but this time Freddy Garcia can't deliver.
Yes, they really do love Freddy Garcia, and also Juarez, who received great applause a few moments ago.
Vitinha. Andrea. Zezito. Andrea again. Clever play by Portugal. The big man, Zezito, just shielding the ball, allowing Andrea to get forward. Another Portugal corner. Here's the skipper. Pedro Costa. Zezito again, and that's the opening goal for Portugal. It's been scored by Andrea. The ball just brushed him on the way in. Portugal have the lead. Andrea, the goal scorer. Zezito's shot it was. And there was Andrea brushing in to get the opening goal in this championships.
Well, they really were putting on the pressure, and finally the Guatemala defence cracked. And Andrea, the man who scored it. It did seem as if it was a matter of time before Portugal got the opening goal on the board, and they've done it halfway through this opening stanza.
A long time to wait for the opening goal of Futsal 2000. But it's Portugal, perhaps the surprise package from Europe, who have taken the lead with a goal from Andrea.
He didn't really have total control. It seemed to come off his thigh, but he was in the right spot at the right time.
I think his momentum just took him forward, and that was enough. As football people or futsal people will go over will say they all count, no matter how you score them. Merida. Here's Freddy Garcia. Good stop by Nana. Ball was swiftly hit there by Freddy Garcia. Garcia. Merida. Marta with nowhere to go, really. Portugal looking well organised in defence. Marta has been caught in possession by Vitinha. Poor final pass, though. Andrea was well forward in support there of his skipper. Sure, handball which has gone unpunished, and that was right in front of the second referee. And although the ball is allowed overhead height, we haven't seen the players heading it too many times so far. Of course, futsal all about skill on the ball.
There's no place for players to hide in this game of futsal. As we see the first time out, both coaches allowed one time out per half, and we see the first of them, and it's been called by Guatemala. And you feel that Guatemala went out with shock tactics. They really didn't want to take Portugal by surprise. Freddy Garcia is such an important key in any of their attacking moves, but they do seem a little one-dimensional going forward, and Portugal at the moment leading 1-0 and looking the better side.
Duarte, the Portuguese coach, will be in a far happier frame of mind than the man in the middle there, Fernando Ferretti, the Brazilian in charge of Guatemala. Seconds tick by. It's all important here that the coach keeps a clear head, makes the instructions clear and concise. 14 players in a futsal squad.
Guatemala would be able to force a couple of Portugal penalties. Portugal's accumulated penalty count now up to 4. There are 7.5 minutes remaining in this first half. 2 more, and of course Guatemala would go to the 10-metre line without a wall to take a penalty.
We've got a hold up here while mopping up operations go on. Some of the Guatemala players were helping themselves to drinks during that timeout.
In the timeouts, the players are not allowed off the court, the coaches are not allowed on the court, so they meet exactly on the line. The drinks spill over into the playing area.
It's a very unforgiving surface, this. There's a rubbery sheen to it, but it's hard wood underneath. Claudio Ross. And Ross there, trying to be just a bit too clever. Vitina allowed to go all the way. And a terrific block there by to the fifth foul. And Aldo Rosu has brought Garcia down. It was a good run forward that by Vitinha.
And what a save it was by Acevedo. I mentioned earlier, helping out the goalkeeper. He's a risk taker, and he's getting great support from his fellow defenders.
Ronaldo, 21, who committed the foul there for Portugal. Royce. Garcia with the header over the top of the crossbar. Did well to just get a yard on his marker there. Garcia. 5 of this Guatemalan squad play outdoor football. Royce and Carlo Ruiz both featured in a World Cup qualifier on Wednesday evening when Guatemala beat Costa Rica 2-1. And it was Carlos Ruiz who scored both goals, the winner in the 87th minute. Now there will be a play-off to decide who goes to the next phase of the World Cup. But here it's Portugal forward again, trying to make another impression in this futsal indoor championship.
Portuguese coach, his side leading by a goal.
Pedro Costa. Ronaldo. Here's Ronaldo again. Important interception that by Acevedo. Just didn't take his eye off the ball, refused to commit himself. And an electrifying surge of pace once he got the ball and broke clear.
Al fondo, metete!
What will be going through his mind when we have the final fixture in Group A for Guatemala. It'll be Guatemala against Brazil. And of course, the Guatemalan coach is a Brazilian. Another good save by Merida, spreading himself well there to deny Arnaldo.
And a clever little back foot attempt there by Arnaldo. And Merida is hurt. It was a courageous performance by the Guatemalan goalkeeper, but under real pressure as Arnaldo tried to flick it back into the net. He's okay.
Merida back on his feet. Made some vital stops for Guatemala during this opening 20 minutes. Sportingly, Portugal put the ball into touch to give possession back to Guatemala, but Portugal have it back again. And what a magnificent second goal that was by Ronaldo. Fantastic shot.
We will see some amazing goals during these Futsal World Championships, but that one from Arnaldo will surely be among the best.
Brilliant finish by Arnaldo, so strong. And what a powerful drive that was. The keeper might be a bit disappointed that he was beaten at the near post, but there is so much pace in that shot. Fantastic finish.
Good 2-0, and that is just what Guatemala didn't need within 5.5 minutes of half-time.
Can they pull a goal back here? Not with passing like that, they won't. Portugal getting stronger and stronger. Bettina had the opportunity there to pick out Pedro Costa. Garcia, mazy run from Garcia. Tried to do a bit too much there. Ronaldo opens his account in Futsal 2000. One of the players who we pinpointed before the start to maybe one of the stars of the tournament. It has made an instantaneous impression. Wasn't in the starting 5 for Portugal. And It seems that the coach will have him in from the start for the second game. The second game it will be for Portugal against the 3 times world champions Brazil.
It will be a test of exactly how far this Portuguese side has come.
Now Ronaldo. Guatemala backing off. Tempo of the game has slowed considerably. And that was a delightful and audacious forward pass towards Ronaldo, who was clattered there by Merida. Well, Ronaldo really felt that. As we said before, a very unforgiving surface this. Merida with his eye firmly on the ball. And he climbed very high. It was when he hit the deck, really, the damage was done.
Unfortunately, he was able to protect his head from this hard surface. It was the elbows and perhaps the knees that took most of the force, and there he is receiving an ice pack onto the hip. In fact, that's what took the brunt of this punishment. As we see it once again, this looping pass coming in, good save by the keeper, right over the top of Ronaldo, who hit the deck very hard, and now he's being assisted to the sideline. The man who scored Portugal's second goal just a few moments ago.
Ronaldo in great discomfort, no doubt about that.
And now we have the Portuguese timeout that they are permitted in this first half. So it's been an exciting first half. The first few minutes dominated by this team, the host team from Guatemala. But unfortunately for the home fans here, they were unable to put a goal on the board. And one felt that they really needed to score early, because the Portuguese players taking their time to settle, but once they did, they really have put the pressure on Merida in goal for Guatemala. 2 of them have gone past him, and that's a very handy lead, some 4 minutes out from half-time.
Well, encouraging quickly perhaps for Portugal. Ronaldo, who we just saw clattered by Merida, is now back on his feet. He's limping across to the touchline. Portugal have made their substitution following that injury to Ronaldo. It's been a very good first half for the Portuguese. It's been a very good first half as well for Carlos Merida, the Guatemalan goalkeeper. Acevedo has been particularly prominent for Guatemala in this first half. Acevedo again, dispossessed this time though. Skipper leading by example though, to get back there and to get the ball back from Mayo. Royce. A breakdown in communication there between Royce and Freddy Garcia. Royce, like Carlo Ruiz, were both involved in that exciting World Cup qualifier on Wednesday. Terrific movement here by Andrea. And a chance, but one which has been denied. Mayo by Merida, the goalkeeper, once more. Coutinho. And Ivan with the shot high and wide.
Looking for a third goal before half-time, and their best chance perhaps a moment ago with Andrea just dwelling. Perhaps he should have had a shot himself rather than passing it towards the corner.
Bernata. Now Acevedo. Ross. Never got hold of the shot. The ball always seemed to be running away from him then. Miguel Mota. Mayo. Delightfully done there by the skipper, which has created yet another opening for Portugal, who won the free kick. And it's to be a yellow card for the skipper, Acevedo. Despairing lunge by Acevedo, who's now yellow carded. We'll have to make a desperate lunge there. There was no option really. Once more, Portugal turning defence to attack very, very quickly.
It's a dangerous moment. Guatemala desperately couldn't concede a third goal. Acevedo getting the yellow card.
Ivan over the free kick. For Portugal. It's been put in by Mayo.
Well, that was all too easy. All too easy. And there seemed to be a lapse in concentration by the Guatemalan defenders. Mayo just waiting unchecked as the ball came his way out wide, and look at the goalkeeper way out of position. An open goal, and that's number 3 for Portugal.
Well, is there any way back now for Guatemala? They started brightly, they started encouragingly, but they've been found wanting when it mattered most. They haven't been able to create too many chances. Portugal have had the better opportunities. They've been denied by Merida, the goalkeeper, on 4 occasions, but they've now got 3 goals. Lots of goals in futsal, but 3 goals, quite a handy cushion to have going towards half-time. We're into the final 2 minutes of the first half. Clock is stopped every time the ball is out of play. Portugal happy to eat up a few extra seconds now. Time for some of these players to catch their breath. Guatemala had a fabulous opening, played with great passion. The adrenaline was really pumping the stadium, holding 7,500. The goalkeeper has also been in inspired form. Another fine stop there by Merida.
Stadium holding 7,500 and not a spare seat in the house. Magnificent atmosphere for this opening match of the Futsal World Championships for the year 2000.
Garcia. Wasn't too far away. Now another goalkeeper there. With a rather indifferent look in his eyes.
Electric, but imagine if the scoreline had been reversed, 3-0 to the host nation. Well, that's not the way it is, and it's going to take a very big second half to get back into this match.
45 seconds of the first half now remaining. Clock is ticking down. Terrific close control there from Ivan, who's well over 6 foot tall. You would normally expect the lighter players, the more nimble players, the ones with the lower centre of gravity to be the most skillful, but that's not always the case in futsal. Acevedo leading the charge for Guatemala. Acevedo again denied by Ivan. Big defender there stretching out a leg.
11 seconds to go before half-time. Last chance for Guatemala.
One last chance. It was Ivan who got the ball. And again, it was the combined efforts there of Mayo and Miguel Mota who denied Garcia the second opening. Two seconds to go. No more time for Guatemala. A terrific first half, a terrific opening to Futsal 2000. We've reached half-time. And the half-time score in El Dumo in Group A is Guatemala 0, Portugal 3.
And what a half of futsal it has been. The championships getting off to an electrifying start, with Guatemala attacking with so much enterprise, so much adventure. But ultimately, it was the patience and the methodical approach by Portugal that ended up with these telling statistics at half-time.
Look at that, 37 goal attempts in
styles by not only the teams but also the goalkeepers. We saw the goalkeeper for Portugal, Nuno, barely leaving his area throughout the whole first half. On the other hand, the man from Guatemala, Marita, was constantly up towards the halfway line. Exciting stuff. We have more in store. The second half underway.
Marcos Soler is our principal official. He's from Uruguay. Of course, in futsal we have two referees on the pitch. His number 2 is Dan Nieto from Spain. Fusaka Suzuki of Japan is the third official, alongside the timekeeper Mohamed Ibrahim Farag of Egypt. Ivan now for Portugal.
The opening minute of this second half, Portugal keeping possession of the ball and looking threatening once again. They have 3 goals already. Guatemala certainly couldn't afford to concede an early one here.
Ivan with the shot, but it's a nimble footwork though by Ivan. Portugal now in the second half will be happy to keep possession. They know that Guatemala to attack, and that leaves them wide open to counter-attacks like this. Mayo denied by Merida. Merida in fine form in the first half and already called into action during the second period of 20 minutes. Futsal, don't forget, a 40-minute game. The clock is stopped every time the ball is out of play. The coaches can each call for a timeout of 1 minute. We'll have rolling substitutions.
A squad of up to 14. Some teams electing with only 12, which were the old rules. Now it's up to 9 substitutes sitting on the bench.
Martina, nice exchange of passes there. He was unable to take advantage of the layoff from Riguel Moto. Hilda Rodriguez. De Mata. Acevedo, the skipper. First corner of the second half. D'Amato allowing the ball to roll all the way through to his goalkeeper. Hilda Rodriguez. Merida again. Now the skipper, Acevedo. Skipper Betinha, who gets the ball to safety for Portugal. Buzz of anticipation whenever the goalkeeper Merida gets anywhere near the ball now. Shot there from Hilda Rodriguez was blocked by Ivan.
Still with the ball, Guatemala looking for their first. And once again, it goes back to Merida.
Well, Carlo Ruiz, a national hero in Guatemala, having scored those 2 goals in an outdoor World Cup qualifier, 11-a-side qualifier against Costa Rica in midweek. And he showed terrific skill on the ball there as he broke forward. Equally fine stop by Nana, who's not the biggest of goalkeepers, but he provides a formidable block. But there's a chance here now for Portugal to get their first goal. What a brilliant save by Merida. Miguel Moto denied after good running by Rogerio Santos. Futsal, fast and furious, and the second half has flowed as well.
And it started much the way as the first half started, with this sustained attack by Guatemala, so far not yielding a goal that they so desperately need. And their game really does evolve so much around this attacking flair of their goalkeeper, Merida. But by the same token, the Portuguese defence is holding firm.
Rogerio Santos with the distinctive orange boots. He's brought another save out of Merida. Carlos Ruiz. Now Acevedo. Wilder Rodriguez. Here's the skipper once more. Confronted this time by Rogerio Santos. Merida. Goalkeeper has another opportunity to try and provide the creative pass, the pass which will cause the problems, but he was very nearly caught out there by Vitinha, the Portuguese skipper. There's always a danger when the goalkeeper comes out of his goal D and gets forward. But Guatemala will be caught out by the lob over the top. But it has to be all or nothing now from Guatemala.
Well, it has to be all or nothing, but strangely enough, these are the same tactics Guatemala were employing. Even when it wasn't a case of all or nothing, and that was very close by Damata.
Damata, only 20. It's a very youthful squad, this, for Guatemala. Chicas is only 17. Wilder Rodriguez, who's come on for this second half, is 19. He actually celebrates his 20th birthday 2 days from now. Rogerio Santos. Into with a shot which actually hits Rogerio Santos on the way through. Portugal with far more experience. Guatemala, 2 teenagers, 2 20-year-olds, another one aged just 21. Ironically, the eldest member of their squad is Maquinas, who's 38. Rogerio Santos just trying to get Iban away. Great fluidity of movement from this Portuguese squad. Iban, a very solid defender who there had the opportunity to get forward. It's Merida with a chance to get forward. Guatemala have another corner. How this stadium would come to life if this Guatemalan side could score a goal. There's a hold up while Carlos Ruiz gets to his feet. Sorry, Mike.
No, he's done a very good job. Very serviceable job in goal for Portugal.
And Nana not tested by that shot from Merida. In the centre of that group there is Orlando Duarte, the Portuguese coach, contemplating not 1, not 2, but 3 substitutions, it seems. Rogerio Santos. Oh, he created a good opening for himself there. Quick change of pace as he took the ball onto his left foot. Just skipping away there from the covering defender who was Damata. second of the two referees. Ivan to kick the ball in. Here's Rogério Santos. Navadinho has been very solid for Portugal. Skipper trying to spread the ball out. Player with great vision, Vitinha. Determined work there by Ivan. Denied.
And he can be thankful that the player waiting for that little fumble was his teammate, Vitinha. Had it been a man from Guatemala, it would have been their first goal.
The goalkeeper recovered quickly to get a hand to the ball. And he also launched it upfield very, very quickly. It was a huge throw by the goalkeeper. Literally from one end of the pitch to the other. Garcia now. Portugal have just made another switch. Zito is the player who's now come on for them. Pedro Costa is also on. Tejeda and Zito. Starts with a goal. Excellent covering again by Portugal. Merida, who really brings the crowd to life whenever he gets the ball. What a character he is. But we saw before kick-off, Mike, when we had the national anthems, the Portuguese players really singing their hearts out. They were all holding hands. There was a feeling of great unity there, and we've seen it in this game, because whenever they are without the ball, they get everyone behind the ball. They deny Guatemala any time when they get into good scoring opportunities.
Their defence really has worked perfectly. Again, but they really don't allow too many openings. No matter how many times Guatemala take the ball forward, it's difficult for them to find sufficient opening to create a scoring chance.
An opportunity here now for Portugal. More brilliant goalkeeping by Merida.
Well, Zito almost had it past him.
It was Delmarts who gave the ball away for Guatemala. And Tejeda who dispossessed him. Garcia! Magnificent save by Nenana. Well, you can understand why Garcia is such an exciting player outdoors, playing 11-a-side. He really does look a class act. Terrific close control, and he's definitely got an eye for goal. Zito is the player down, but look at that there from Garcia. Slightly off balance. He was overstretching a little bit, but there was a lot of power in the shot. Brought the save from Nana, which was effective and spectacular.
And that really does sum up the difference between these goalkeepers, doesn't it? Unspectacular, but very safe is the man from Portugal. This man has heaps of flair, heaps of excitement in the game.
I'm sure during the course of these championships we'll be able to pick out so many characters. And Carlos Merida of Guatemala, the goalkeeper, is one who's already marked himself down.
And I think we will find quite a few goalkeepers who show similar enterprise to Merida. It is such a fast game. Only 5 players from each side on the pitch. All players, even the goalkeepers, have to perform a multitude of roles.
Outfield players, of course, can go into the goal areas. The goalkeepers can go anywhere. No throw-ins in futsal. The ball is kicked into play. furious game. It's also a very clean game. Only one foul committed by each side in this second half so far.
And now make it 2 for Portugal.
So important that these teams work on their set pieces so close to the goal, but again that can create problems because there is of course then the additional handicap of having so many defenders back to cover the D and to cover the goalkeeper. Terrific skills there from Carlo Ruiz, only 21, he plays for Municipal in Guatemala. Guatemala have never got this far in futsal. They lost a third and fourth place qualifier to Mexico in Conserve qualifying back in 1996. There went to many encouraging signs for Guatemala in their preparations for these championships. There's a chance here for Guatemala to pull a goal back, and again they've missed their opportunity.
Well, it was a lovely movement forward by Damata. The pass went out to Carlos Ruiz. He was off balance.
Pass was also just behind him, and he tried to improvise. He tried to turn the ball in. But here come Portugal again. They're going close. Here's the earlier opportunity. Damata surging forward from midfield. Carlos Ruiz offering good support. You can't afford to take your eyes off the action for a second. It's been a fitting spectacle for the start of Futsal 2000. Timeout is called by Portugal. Team has to call timeout when they're in possession of the ball. One timeout per team per half.
And we are midway through the second half. And the score remains as it was at half-time. Portugal leading 3-0. And what an exciting opening match this has been. Portuguese scoring through Andrea at the 11-minute mark. And then 4 minutes later, Arnaldo. And then 2 minutes before half-time, there was a third by Mayo.
In the centre of that group there, João Havilands, the honorary president of FIFA. Of course, FIFA lobbying to get futsal included in the 2004 Olympics in Athens. And João Havilands, a great enthusiast of the indoor game. He was there in Holland back in 1989, and he said that futsal was the football of the future.
It's a big comment, but it is growing at a magnificent rate. 46 teams went to the qualifiers for the 1996 World Futsal Championships. This time, 70, close to twice the number, went through the qualifiers to try to make it to the last 16.
It's a growing game, it's the global game. The 16 finalists here, 3 are from Asia, 1 from Africa, 3 from the Americas, including the host Guatemala, 5 from Europe and 1 from Oceania, which is Australia. Ivan. Pedro Costa's close control there, let him down. Pass came to him though at an awkward angle. Acevedo. Now Garcia. Able to smuggle the ball to safety once more for Portugal.
Costa, the man to take it, remembering it's a kick from the side of the touchline.
Ivan. Shot. really did snatch at it. I don't think he appreciated how much time he'd actually got then to assess all the options and to size up the shot.
Wondering what the message from the Portuguese coach would have been. Duarte, 3-0 lead, 9 minutes remaining. Protect the lead, make sure you don't give away goals. By the same token, goal difference could play a part late in the tournament.
UK a particularly strong group with Brazil, 3 times world champions, also featuring. They play Kazakhstan in the second game in Group A. Determined work by Ivan. Here's Andrea, one of the goal scorers. Zezito. Back from Guatemala. A fine shot by Di and Mena able to launch the ball forward. A chance here for Ivan. And another goal for Portugal. It's Andrea who's got it. It's his second of the tournament. And the finish was simplicity itself. That surely will settle it for Portugal now. At 3-0, there's always a danger that the opposition could pull one back and to make things difficult. Not now.
Well,
good finish by Andrea. Sorry, Mike.
They always look threatening. Ivan on that fast break. He got the support from Andrea. They passed it between each other, and it was Andrea who slotted it in. 4-0, it's very tough for Guatemala. Oh, this man is exciting. Carlos Merida shooting from halfway.
It's early days, but Andrea now the leading goal scorer in the tournament. That was a thumping challenge there by Zezito. And compromising character at the back for Portugal. Bone-crunching challenge on Garcia. Portugal with the nimble and mobile front players. Zezito and Ivan, the player just there on the ball, the two who give them the strength and the power in defence. Futsal players have to be adaptable. And here's Zezito on the charge forward for Portugal, who have the corner. Pedro Costa. Running again. Ball by Carlos Ruiz. Loas to kick the ball back into play. De Marta now. Andrea for Portugal, but he's denied the hat-trick. With a good save by Merida. Wasn't deceived by the little chip there as the goalkeeper advanced. Garcia! Second chance for Garcia. And he's scored! It's Freddy Garcia! What a lift that has given Guatemala. Terrific work by Garcia. He deserved the goal for that. Denied the first time by the challenge from Zezito. He was having his shirt tugged, but he was so strong there to work the ball through and to beat Nena. It was a good finish. We've got 6.5 minutes remaining.
Oh, excellent work by this exciting player, Freddy Garcia. He's always looked the man likely to score a goal for Guatemala. And at the 33rd minute, he has their first.
Has it come too late, though?
Some desperate defence by the Portuguese, in particular Zezito. But Freddy Garcia just wouldn't give up. He had 2-3 attempts, and finally he was able to beat the keeper. Now it's at the other end.
Pedro Costa just trying to get the ball forward towards Nelito. Garcia. He brought a save out of Nana. And the goal has most definitely given Guatemala a lift.
Been given a lift as well as this man Garcia's a reaction again.
Guatemala have the corner. Freddy Garcia has won another corner here for Guatemala. Medea, the goalkeeper. De Marta. Clock is stopped again. An opportunity for Portugal to regroup in defence. There's a foul kick. And there's a caution for Carlos Ruiz. Unsporting behaviour there by Carlos Ruiz, the second Guatemalan player to be shown a yellow card. Forward. Ronaldo, who in the first half scored the second goal for Portugal, and then had to go off after clattering against Medina, the Guatemalan goalkeeper, who is once more called into action. Unconventional save, but effective nonetheless.
Well, it was wonderful. He was off balance, floating away to his left and had to spin to his right.
Surging run by Garcia. Magnificent save this time by Nana. What a fantastic stop that was from Carlos Ruiz. But the goalkeeper is hurt, suggesting maybe that it was his ribs there. Garcia, the provider this time. Terrific effort by Ruiz. And this is such an unforgiving surface. A stretcher has been called for Nana, the goalkeeper.
And the stretcher came out very quickly. He got up very high, reaching up towards the crossbar. And he came down and crashed into this timber. But he's okay. The stretcher disappears. And look at this run from Garcia again. And he just sent it at the angles. And Ruiz almost found the top left-hand corner.
It was a clever header. It was aimed right into the top corner. It was a magnificent save by Nana. Nelito. Here comes Guatemala again. And a chance here for Portugal. It's the hat-trick for Andrea. Unselfish play there by Arnaldo. I'm sure it wasn't going through his mind that Andrea was on a hat-trick.
Well, that was too easy, and that really was the first time that the enterprise of the goalkeeper, Carlos Merida, came undone. He's outside the D when the save was attempted. Arnaldo just popped it over to his teammate, and it was easily into the net. It could have been either of them. 5-1.
And Portugal looking for more goals here with Andrea. What a start he's had to Futsal 2000. Andrea at 29, one of the older players in the Portuguese squad, plays for the Miramar club. As do Ivan and the reserve goalkeeper Tony, all a semi-professional. Moto is also with the Miramar club. De Marta. It's all getting a bit too desperate now from Guatemala. Guatemala can take great encouragement from this performance during their build-up. Suffered 3 heavy defeats by Argentina. 15-5, 9-3 and 11-0. Andrea, whose goals have proved so decisive. Shooting forward lob towards Nail. There's always the element of surprise of the ball played over the top of the defending team. Ruiz. To shield the ball away from Vitinha.
Garcia keen to get the ball back. Time running away. That's dangerous.
And that's a penalty.
Well, Garcia was wanting to play it quickly and Ruiz came in and the tackle was crude.
Well, Mayo just making the point there that the referee perhaps wasn't aware of the fact that he felt that Ruiz had taken a rather spectacular dive inside the D. And look at this, Portugal changing their goalkeeper just for the penalty kick. It's João Bendito who's come on. 22-year-old from Sporting Club de Europe, now to face Freddy Garcia. But Garcia won't be denied. A second goal for Freddy Garcia, this one from the penalty spot. Well-struck penalty, driven beyond Bendito, who has immediately been replaced again by Nana. Formidable figure that, not much room to aim at, but that was a superbly struck penalty right inside the corner.
Garcia is going to be an exciting player in this tournament, putting away the penalty, 2 goals for him. And despite the fact that the host nation is heading for defeat in their opening match, they can take heart by scoring 2 goals against this Portuguese side.
But here come Portugal again. And Mayo just stretching out, angling the ball over the top of the crossbar this time. 2 goals for Freddy Garcia, 2 goals for Guatemala. But Portugal surely now will start these championships with 3 points. Ivan. Vitinha. Now Mayo. Here's Garcia. Every Guatemalan attack seems to be taken on now by Garcia. They're trying to utilize his pace down the left-hand side. Portuguese player is still down. Is Ruiz, and the shot wide by De Marta.
Ivan, who found his feet, then collapsed the second time. And play is being held up while the stretcher comes out. Ivan effectively just ran into the Guatemalan player. He just stood his ground. And Ivan did the damage himself.
Yes, he fell very heavily. He arched his back as he fell. No lasting damage. Just stretching out a bit. Ice now being applied to the back of the head.
Also the chest region, I think that's what happened. He crunched his ribs into his Guatemalan opponent.
Zezito. magnificent finish that was.
Oh, what a goal it was, Nolito. And again, too easy. The quick counter-attack, and Nolito was there, waiting on the left as the cross came in. Arnaldo, and then Nolito slotted it past the keeper. Goal number 6.
6-2 now to Portugal. Nolito, the scorer of that 6th goal. And after he put the ball in the net, Nolito promptly substituted.
Thank you very much, Mr. Coach.
And he will feel certainly that his job is done. Portugal will feel that their job is done. Important clearance off for Guatemala by Merida. Seen him act as their playmaker, really, coming forward so many times. And the goalkeeper there, forced to act as sweeper, coming out to clear the ball into touch. Inside the final minute now. Rogerio Santos. Another good stop by Merida, this time from Zezito. Garcia. Super running by Garcia, but he had to do it all himself. Angle wasn't quite right for him.
This is the excitement of the game of futsal. Just half a minute remaining, but 8 goals scored in this match. 3 in the first half and 5 in the second.
I'm told the average is 9. We need one more to maintain that average. But it's fast and frantic. Goals are guaranteed. The first one was a long time coming. It was actually 11 minutes into the first period before we got a goal. But Portugal playing with increasing confidence, and even in the final seconds looking for more goals. Foul there by Zezito. One very last opportunity for Guatemala. Zezito has now been shown the yellow card, or was it Santos rather? Rogerio Santos, my apologies there. An unnecessary caution.
I think the Portuguese coach will be disappointed with that, coming at this late stage when there's no threat to the victory.
1.1 seconds remaining. Garcia. And that is it. Portugal are the winners of the opening game of FIFA Futsal 2000. A convincing success for the team from Southern Europe. They could well be the surprise package in these championships. They're on their way, certainly. An intimidating atmosphere for Portugal against the host nation. 3 goals for Andrea, a driving force for the Portuguese. And the final score by Ronaldinho is Guatemala 2, Portugal 6. Disciplined performance by Portugal. Handshakes